Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Coreboy back at it again with another video today. We have some game shit to talk about. We have some stuff that I have been wanting to talk about, and I'm so excited to finally say. I bought Helldivers last night. If you tuned into last night's stream, probably seen me playing for a couple hours with our boy Bradshaw. I am working on a full video for the game, where it's just us playing and everything, having some goofy times with it. I just want to talk about it. I want to talk about the game itself, how it plays, what I like, what I dislike, what I think could be used to make the game better in the future, and just overall talking about it while I'm not playing it, because I'm playing Halo right now because I really didn't have the time to play through a full fucking Helldivers mission right now. So I was like, I'll do a little couple games of Halo, and we'll have some fun with that. This is also my first game on today, so if I play like shit, I am deeply sorry. If you guys know my videos, usually starting out the day. I've been kind of busy this morning, had to do some editing, had to edit the podcast, had to get a review ready for gaming purpose, had a lot of shit, and then I had to figure out, like, oh, what are we going to talk about in this video today? So I've been a little busy fella today. But yeah, so last night I bought Helldivers 2. I was like, damn, I really do just want to give this game an even shot. I want to try it out. I was super excited to finally get to hop into it. Just because, like, the game looked really fucking cool. So I decided to go ahead and purchase it last night, hop in and give it a shot. And I have to say, I love it. It's super fucking fun. Honestly, possibly one of the most fun co-op shooters that I've played since Army of Two back in the day. If you guys know what Army of Two is and you remember that game, you're goated for that. Because that is possibly, hands down, my favorite co-op shooter that's really ever existed. I played that game a fuckload with my brother whenever we were young. And I look on that game very fondly. And Helldivers kind of, while it's a completely different experience, like just the co-op shooter aspect of it really does sell a lot for me, because I absolutely love those styles of games. I think they're really fun. Just like hop on with friends and such. God, I miss my sniper shots. I am just bad. But yeah, overall gameplay wise, I think it's super fun. I think it's super interesting as well. I like the way that they do a lot of stuff with it. I like. Huh. Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Um, I like the way, like, a lot of the gameplay works, how it feels like a traditional action shooter, but also mixed with a lot of the more modern extraction shooter type vibes. And I'm a big fan of that. Like, I like it. It's like a meeting of two different kinds of games that we've never really seen meet up before. So to me, that's just exciting in itself, is having both of those to experience and just play. Wow, that's crazy. You didn't get a single kill with that fucking overshield, and I let you waste it like that. That's something. But yeah, I had so much fun playing last night, getting involved in the lore of the game, like finding the little tabs everywhere that you can read up on and learning about, like, what's going on these planets, as well as just fighting a fuckload of bugs. That shit's fun. Honestly, it's just it's interesting. It's cool because it's kind of done like a roguelike type game where you just have like a bunch of fucking enemies coming at you at all times, and you're kind of using your abilities to figure out ways to survive this entourage of fucking enemies that are just absolutely fucking up your character or your team or teammates, however many people you have playing with you. And then going through and earning all the stuff for, like, the different abilities and all of that stuff, I think is just super fun. It just adds a whole nother element to the game, a whole nother aspect to where you can just earn shit and you can continuously, like, just try to go for stuff. But yeah, just overall a really fucking fun title. I will say one thing that I really did like about the game was I just bought the $40 version. I didn't buy the $60 version of it, which comes with like an extra pass and everything. But one thing I do like is how they do it's not really a battle pass, but it's kind of done like a battle pass, where you have these collections that you can go for, and you just complete missions and you earn these little, like, tags that have like little skulls on. I forgot what the fuck they're called. But you earn those, and then those give you stuff to earn in these little collections that you can buy. There's already one in the game that if you buy the $40 version, you get stuff from it. It's how you earn certain weapons and pieces of gear. There's all kinds of different gear that you can run and armor types that have different attributes and weaknesses and high points and everything in between like that. It's really fucking cool. I like the fact that there's, like, light, heavy, and medium type armor, depending on your playstyle, depending on what you're running. It's all super resourceful, and it all just comes down to how are you playing the game? What kind of character are you looking to build and play like? So to me, that is a huge aspect of these new games. What? I don't know what just happened there. But yeah, I've really enjoyed that aspect. I ended up really putting a fuckload of time into that, just trying to figure out, like, oh, what kind of character am I going to build? how's he gonna play? How's he gonna look? Like what kind of style do I want to go for? I'm a big fan of that. I do wish the like custom ability was a little bit more hefty. I wish I could choose the colors that I'm running on my character and stuff like that, as well as, you know, just the normal shit, like the kind of armor I'm running and all that shit. I would really like it to be like, oh, I can pick the colors, because, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, the black and yellow color scheme isn't really my favorite thing ever. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's not bad. There's definitely other styles that you can go for and kind of collect gear off of. I just wish there was a little bit more customization that could be added to the armor itself, like where I can fully change the colors and all of that. Also, I don't know yet. I'm not that far in. I don't know if like certain armors have like attributes that they can add to characters. But I wouldn't mind seeing that as well. Kind of like where it'd be done more like, I mean, I hate to compare it to Destiny, but that's kind of what Destiny is like, where armor sets kind of have like their different attributes and they can add to certain weapons or certain abilities and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind seeing that in a game like this. I think it would actually fit very well, and who knows, we may get that. If we don't, I don't think it's really going to take away from any of the enjoyable aspects of the game at all. Now, I will say, one of my downfalls with the game that I really was having struggles with was how the button combinations work. I don't know why. There's a lot of weird shit in the game when it comes to button combos. Now, I could understand it if it was like a turn-based game or something like that. This game isn't a turn-based. It is just a straight third-person shooter action. But my biggest issue was trying to figure out like what kind of keybinds work best, because there's so many different buttons for movement, when I think it could really be slipped down to 2. But there's really not a way to do that, at least from what I've figured out so far. I would prefer that. If you guys know, like, for example, with Halo, I use my back mouse button for crouch and sliding, and then I use my front mouse for melee. To me, that's just perfect settings for PC. It's what I've used for a hot fucking minute now, and it's what I'm going to continue to use, is those button combinations, because it's just comfortable. It makes it play a lot better, and it's what I enjoy, is a nice and sufficient play style. Please get me out of here. Thank you. Alright, watch this. Why do you keep going for it and then wasting it on me? You get 1 kill and that's it. And it's already gone. But yeah, I feel like the button combinations can be worked around a little bit. I feel like the movement also feels at times a little bit clunky. I guess I don't want it too reactive, because it can lead to some definite like easiness to the game. But there was definite times where I was playing and I would be like, oh, I need to dive out of this area, or I am going to lose this fight and die. And I would go to dive out, and then I would get stuck in the prone position, and I wouldn't be able to like get up and move. Now, yet again, that could have to do with like the stamina bar and the stamina bar and everything. So who knows? That's just maybe like a little bit of a learning curve of my own that I need to figure out with the game. But overall, like, I feel like the movement can be worked on a little bit, where it's a little bit less sticky and it can be a little bit more free flowing. But overall, I will say the movement does feel really good. I like how you can like dive and shoot at the same time. You can be, you know, running one way and shooting back at enemies, or throwing grenades at enemies, whatever it may be. I do enjoy that a lot personally. I think that's really just good for it. It feels really good. It has a very nice flow to it. It doesn't feel very overbearing or anything of that nature. It just overall feels like a good and completed title, which honestly is kind of big for gaming right now. I feel like a lot of big AAA titles we get don't really feel finished or polished. They're just kind of there to make profit. I always end up pointing back to this. Call of Duty, for example, is a profit game. It's not really you're playing the game to earn anything. It's just that company wants to make profit, and they know if they put out a new game every year, their fans are going to buy it. This game doesn't feel like that. It feels like there's a lot of room where they're looking to really build upon this game and to really make it long-lasting, which I think is a great thing. I've been talking to Bradshaw about adding, like, I'd love to see different enemy types come in, which apparently in the first game there's 4 total. Maybe add a couple more. I like how the missions are very diverse, and there's a lot to do in those areas that you spawn into, with, like, looting, with getting more, like, sample packs and stuff like that, as well as doing the main missions as well. There's just a lot to do. The game feels very fleshed out and well-warranted, and overall, it's just a really fun experience. The game is super goofy. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it still maintains a difficulty where you have to kind of play seriously, but goofy shit will end up happening. There's a clip that I'm posting on my TikTok in a little bit, that'll probably be up actually before the video comes out today, so go check it out. It was just a clip where I was fucking mowing down a bunch of enemies, and then all of a sudden I see a mortar just hit me in the fucking head and kill me. And just goofy shit like that. There's a lot of really fun aspects of the game. You can build up like this big tanky squad and go wipe out a bunch of enemies, where you can play kind of goofy and have a lot of fun with it. The character customization feels really good. I like how you can change every aspect of your character, from his armor to the cape to the helmet, whatever it may be. And you can also switch up between a bunch of different weapons. You kind of have a way of earning those. One thing I really did like about the game, and that I do like about the game, and I say I did like I'm not going to be playing it today, even though I probably am going to end up playing it for a couple hours tonight on stream. But one thing I really like is how every ability or like calling in stuff involves a button combination. So you press a button to pull up a menu, and then you have like a button combination to activate it, and it's really cool, to me at least. It just adds a little bit more of a tactical kind of aspect to the game that makes it really fun, and kind of makes you have to strategize a little bit. That's another thing that I really enjoyed, was kind of having to like strategize. Okay, how are we going to attack this? Oh, you're down. I have to like kill this many enemies and kind of get out of the way, and then come and res you or whatever it may be. And stuff like that. I think it's really, really cool. Also, all the different abilities are really fun to just kind of mess with and test out and see what works, see what doesn't, as well as just having just a lot of cool shit. Like, honestly, the game just feels super, super good. It feels very completed. Like I said, there's definitely little bugs and stuff that need to be sorted out, but I think that'll come with time, and I don't expect any game to be absolutely perfect right out the get-go like this one is. It's a very well put together game. It feels very good. It like definitely has a sense of longevity to it, which does, I think, add to the overall atmosphere of the game. It seems like this dev team really wants to keep this game going, and I really hope the community stays there over all the time, in the years and days, months, however long it is, and just continuously throws their support in and kind of shows their love for the title itself. I think it's just great. Overall, I say this about Helldivers: I absolutely love the title. I cannot wait for you guys to see the full video that I'm going to be working on for. I think it's going to be really funny and goofy. And just seeing me and my friend get absolutely fucking obliterated by bugs is just really, really fun. Other than that, guys, I think that's really all I have to talk about today. Is just give the game a fucking shot. If you like Halo, if you like any game like that, like sci-fi shooters, you're probably going to have fun with it. Stop comparing the two. Just enjoy both of them. I love you all. And, yeah. Later, dudes.